The demands we make and the questions we ask shape our future. What will we eat and drink? How will we travel? And what about our health? Each and every day, European researchers are bringing us the answers. This is innovation. And for 2 decades, a network of European countries has been working together to better exploit Europe's great ability to innovate. This network is called EUREKA. In the 1980s, Europe was trying to address the widening technological gap between itself and its global competitors, notably the USA and Japan. The solution was clearly to invest in international industrial innovation. This is why François Mitterrand and Helmut Kohl, along with political leaders from 16 other European countries and the European Commission, created EUREKA as a unifying factor to stimulate development and boost technology. On the 6th of November 1985, EUREKA was born with the aim to promote industry-driven innovation projects.
Anybody can submit a project. It can be any topics, any type of enterprise, a large company, SME, research center, university. It can be any consortium. Industry decide by itself in which project they want to participate. This approach is what we call a bottom-up approach.
EUREKA projects cover a wide range of areas addressing society's needs and concerns, from information technology to new materials, from medicine to transport, from energy to biotechnology and the environment. The EUROTRACK project is one such project. Its aim was to study trace pollutants in the troposphere over Europe.
EUROTRACK started in a very, very bottom-up way with a number of scientists who had come from national meetings, understanding that they needed to find a way of working together. The number one added value of EUREKA was providing a framework in which national research effort could be put together internationally, and not just within the European Union, but also particularly bringing in, at that time, the partners from Eastern and Central Europe.
Indeed, thanks to the EUREKA way of working, scientists have been able to combine national funding and invest in this major international project.
The main outcome for Europe of the EUROTRACK projects has been underpinning the legislation on air pollution.
GTO was one of the first EUREKA projects to finish. Its aim was to deliver a key component to render trains faster, smoother and more efficient.
Technically, it revolutionized the world state-of-the-art in devices. Commercially, it brought together 2 marketing teams in a highly successful operation. I have to say that the national EUREKA teams were really supportive in helping compile a successful proposal. What makes me particularly proud is that so many people have benefited from the technology we developed, as it's been used in trains across the world.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
Sometimes the innovation addressed by a EUREKA project seems less than serious, but with a number of EUREKA projects in the field of cinema, Europe is being acknowledged as a leader in technologies for the film industry.
One of the early ones was a project which developed a technology called Keylight, which is now sold around the world and has been used for many famous movies. It was used in the making of the Harry Potter movies, James Bond, Lara Croft. Really, the list just goes on and on and on.
Keep an eye on the staircases. They like to change.
Everyone always thinks of movies and Hollywood and movies. It's the thing we hear time and time again. The thing that most people don't realise is the amount of European resource or the European effort or shooting that goes into the so-called Hollywood movies.
Damage, another project, enabled the making of Valiant, Europe's largest ever animated feature film. It developed the database for the storing of all the millions of computer files necessary for the animation.
This enabled the movie to be made in Europe at a significantly lower cost and significantly faster than if it were made in the US.
But EUREKA is about more than developing market-oriented projects.
No, EUREKA is also about assuring the technological independence of Europe in the key domains of the future. And to achieve this, EUREKA's concept also includes strategic initiatives which are led by Europe's biggest companies. And we call these clusters.
Clusters not only group large companies, but also small ones, research institutes and universities throughout Europe.
They all understood that it was mandatory for them to create a critical mass to cooperate. And competitors can cooperate in the morning and compete in the afternoon. In the late 80s, the main reason was cost cutting. But now it's more turning out to an area where you can develop new ideas when cooperating. Thanks to EUREKA, thanks to the clusters, the industry in Europe now is strengthened, much more, able to answer the big challenges of the future.
Over the last 2 decades, EUREKA has grown to include 35 countries and the EU. Some 2,700 projects have been developed with the EUREKA label. They've involved over 11,000 partners and public-private investment of some €24 billion.
Everyone thinks that it's a fair system. It doesn't necessarily advantage the large companies. It doesn't disadvantage the small companies.
EURETRAC changed the way in which scientists across Europe worked.
Definitely the model of cross-border industry-driven initiative is a good one.
European political leaders agree that raising investment to 3% of gross domestic product by the year 2010 is vital for narrowing the gap in innovation capacity between Europe and its competitors. A coordinated approach to national policies is essential.
The EUREKA initiative addresses a critical sector of European industry, that of research-intensive SMEs. So EUREKA has a potential to make a real contribution towards the integration of important parts of national programs in favor of research-intensive SMEs. In such a way, we would make the European research area concrete for a group of key players in our knowledge economy, the SMEs that drive research and that drive innovation.
Indeed, to compete in the globalized economy and keep its competitive edge, Europe needs more than ever to bring together its human and financial forces.
There is today a huge economical battle between Europe, Asia and America, and we must help our industry to be part of it. We have a huge reactivity with the large company and SME working together. For the SME, it's very important to access to a worldwide market. For the large company, it's very important to have some partner who can react very quickly in order to develop new tools.
With national government commitment and coordinated investment from public and private sources, EUREKA projects will continue to forge ahead, developing life-enhancing solutions that help maintain Europe's competitive edge and technological advantage.